Okay, here we go, boys. Now, I will explain to you how pricing, and apparently people don't understand how pricing works. Anything that takes more of my time increases the price. Okay, that's how it is. This guy sent 2 long-ass follow-up emails. You think I'm going to read them? Like, guys, wrote your follow-up. I don't read them. Oh, boy, oh, this just happened. That's too bad. I guess we go back to the negotiating table, huh? I'm not even going to read it. Now I got to keep this anonymous. I understand in the case, I'll share my situation in more detail. It is an urgent matter, so I'd be willing to pay an extra but gentle fee for your prompt resolution. I also have a video request so I could hear from your... Telling me what you're telling me about going to tell me also adds to the price. Need your help to negotiate an abrupt contract adjustment. I don't know if you open attachments, which I do not, but you can find more detail on what I've mentioned in this message. Long story, I've been hired by a company that manages something to other businesses, which in my case is anonymous. Okay, your company, you've been hired by, manages an aspect of other companies. The current client of your company, of which is this anonymous company, that's a very large multinational corporation. You work for this company. Oh, I see. You work for a job company. What do they call them? Like Kelly Services. You work for a recruiter. That's what it is. And now they have you on contract at this large company. You've been offered $3,750 gross per month to work in a country. Your visa process was being managed by your recruiter. And until then, you would remain as a freelancer in another country working for this large multinational corporation. So you were only earning $3,000 if I adjust for the exchange rate. So you've quoted me 3 different things in 3 different currencies. It's a pain in the ass. The initial, okay, you've been offered roughly a third, a 33% raise. The initial expectation was to follow this format for only 1 month, but it was mentioned that things could change due to the great merciful corona, and we started in April. They have kept me at my original, manager in the dark during this time, and the only information I received was on May 11th that they're waiting for news to act on the relocation process, more specifically to have the expat centers and flights active once again. However, I had already followed their initial schedule, left my apartment in the original country, got rid of a bunch of stuff, had costs in terms of money and time, and moved to a friend's temporary place that was not being used. The landlords were here required a month notice or else I pay a fine. But now, my original employer, which you're currently still at, will be back in the office only by September. Therefore, my recruiting firm and my manager's supervisor at the client company have decided to keep me here in the original company for the rest of the year, changing my offers to 1,900 euros gross, stating that the cost of living here is not as high, which I agree with. My income will be around 1,300 because now you got to pay taxes on it. Pretty much the same that I was making in my previous company that I left for in their initial offer. Plus, I've gone through a lot of shit to move out of a place where I was properly established. Now I'm working with a mobile router, paying much more for internet, and I will need to go through a bunch of bureaucracy, reestablish myself here, especially contracts, transferring bills, informing the government, since you're from a 4th fucking country. Now it says, on the HR own words, they offered to the Netherlands is off the table. All right, so now the Netherlands is gone. I don't mind staying here working from home for the next 6 months. I don't know what you got, if you got a choice. But I don't like the way things have been managed. They are not showing much respect. Oh, look, everybody, the millennial wants respect. Dude, there's a fucking pandemic going on. You're lucky to have a fucking job. You should have seen when they pulled this bullshit out in the boomer days where they just fucking yank you around like somebody else's dick and never call you back. Hey, Globe, especially with travel and We know things are kind of fucked up right now, but there's a kid who may not get his job. He might have to suffer a little bit. Did you hear that? Maybe we should do something like we do for boomers and put the whole fucking world on hold and throw it into a global recession for this one person. They're not showing much respect. Oh, really? Recruiters and employers don't show respect? No kidding. We're asking for a reply by yesterday, which I've ignored since my direct manager at this company was not even aware of that dynamic. The salary is still good pay by this country's standards, but I would like to find balance between standing my ground, out wasting. Do you have another job lined up? No? Guess what? Open your dick, or I'm sorry, your mouth, nice and wide, and eat some dick. Especially when the world's going, dude, you have a job. Shut the fuck up. There. And if you don't like it, find another job. And then you tell me all this shit. Fuck. Not an essential part of this company, but they like me, and the process of training another account manager would not be easy. Therefore, I feel there is a margin to negotiate. Of course, there fucking is. Look at how much they would be paying. No, there isn't. For once, I don't think they're fucking around. Do you not see the GDP figures and the unemployment figures? You're lucky to have a job. And you're from a country that should not, it's like a second world country. Where did you get off getting this entitled and arrogant? Have you been watching too much American TV? Do you watch our American college students who think they're all fucking know-it-alls at the age of 23? I would like your perception of the case. I have thought about writing a polite but firm email stating all those arguments, but I don't know how I should copy the... No. If I escalate this, there might be retaliation. No, you are replaceable. You're a fucking nobody. No. Take your job. Shut the fuck up. And when unemployment in the United States, I don't know what it was globally, it was pretty good. When it goes back to below 4%, then. But right now, dude, these guys are all fucked up. And for once, it's not their fault. They're trying to probably had to close some division down. Lord knows what it is. There's a logical explanation. They yanked the job out from under you. They probably lost the income. There's no revenue. Something had to shut down. The world needs to go through a huge spate of communism so you guys know what it's like to suffer. Or we need a huge global recession. Like the Great Depression. And even then, we did have a global recession. It was called the financial crisis. Apparently, nobody learned anything. Keep your job. Be quiet. Shut the fuck up. There you go. All right. Questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.